All right. So we got the first of the biodegradable bags in. They just came in yesterday. So me and TR have been talking about biodegradable bags, and Unicorn went ahead, and I guess they already had kind of the idea in mind as well, and they went ahead and made some. So I got my hands on the first runnings of them. I got a couple thousand of them available on myersmushrooms.com if you're interested. And here they are. Here's a side by side. So you can see that it is a little bit different color. This is the biodegradable. This is the not biodegradable. The main difference is the bag. It's just the bag. Okay, so they added a chemical into the bag to where it makes the bag fall apart. However, the filter patch is still the same filter patch as in the non-biodegradable. So the filter patch will not biodegrade. You would have to remove the filter patch or rip it off or cut it off if you were trying to compost it. So we know that the company that makes the additive that adds, and all the properties of these bags, everyone's asking, are they autoclavable? Can they be sterilized? Yes, everything's the same. They perform exactly the same as a normal polypropylene bag. They self-seal, all of that. The only difference is that the bag falls apart after years or months. And we'll know in about 3 to 4 months what the results are. So right now, this is the first batch, and I got it fresh off the mill, literally. And these were manufactured on last Thursday. So they're going to take some of those and go field test them, and then from those results, we'll hear back. I really wish that I could tell you, oh yeah, here's the spec sheet link below, but the company's not going to release it without running it on these specific bags. Every application is different. So that they want to make sure that these specific bags, once they've been field tested, they can release the numbers. So that'll be out in 2 to 3 months. I talked to Lou about that today, and he got back to me finally on that. So we know that in about 3 months we'll know. So yeah, that's the latest thing, and I have them available in quantities as small as 50 if you want, up to 400. So yeah, you can check that out. And biodegradable bags, it's a big advancement for the United States towards being more green and being more sustainable. And that's something that me and TR have been working on, is advancing the United States market, trying to make equipment and techniques and training and all that available, and also making it to where people can scale it, especially with the equipment, to where you can have equipment that, like my bagger, you could have that piece of equipment could sit in a small, 1-car garage and be efficient, and it can also run a big operation at the same time too. So that's what we're trying to do. Is me and TR, he's really pushing me, and I'm trying to push him as well to better ourselves and better the industry, and find out where we can find a niche to where we can build the industry out. So yeah, that's the biodegradable bags. Really moving in the right direction. I really like that. I can't wait to see the fully biodegradable bags. They'll be out hopefully in April with the plant-based filter, and that will be, the whole bag will be biodegradable. So yeah, that's that. Other than that, me, you all know I'm moving, so I'll be heading out. I'll be heading out on Monday. We'll be closing on the house on Monday morning, and then we'll be heading up to Holloman Air Force Base, because I'm at a detachment down here at Fort Bliss. For those military folk know what I'm talking about. So I'm heading up to Holloman, which is where I'm going to report to, and then do my final out. And then from there, I'm rolling out to McConnell. So I'll be heading out to Wichita. I'll be there on next Wednesday, and then we'll be closing on the house there on Friday. So it's going to be a pretty hectic next week, and then from there we'll be unpacking all our bags and getting our luggage, or the shipment, 18,000 pounds of stuff, a little overweight, but what are you going to do? So that'll be shipped out and be there on Monday, the following Monday, and then we won't be moving into the workshop until April 18th, or April 15th rather. So what happened was the buyer wanted to stay in the house or in the workshop for longer because he got all this junk in there, and so part of the agreement was I was giving him 30 days to move his stuff out. So that's kind of an advantage for me, because now I can get the house settled, get all of our stuff unpacked from all the luggage and all the boxes, and set the house back up. And then I can focus on the mushrooms a month later and get the operation going. Some of my goals are to get the fruiting operation going, get the lab set up, and get the spawn lab set up so I can start making spawn and hopefully get that autoclave online, which I haven't shown you guys yet, but I got a 2x3x4 foot autoclave double door roll through. So really excited about that. I'll be using that for spawn production and hopefully get into that pretty soon in the coming months, and probably around summertime or late summertime. But yeah, other than that, my wife, my lovely wife, she's been helping out, doing an awesome job, taking care of the family. I love you, babe, Joanna. You've been rocking it. And, we got the 6-week-old Brooke, or I think she's like 7 weeks now. She'll be a month next week, or 2 months next week. And then Junior, he's just finishing up school right now, so he'll be transferring. His last day is on Friday, so we got 2 more days left. He got to say goodbye to all his buddies. This is like the first, for all my brats out there, mad props, because being in the military, having your parents be in the military is not easy. He's been here since he was 3. So, now he has all his friends that he kind of grew up with, started to grow up with, and now he has to say goodbye to them. So it's kind of sad for him. It's hard for him. He's a little upset about it, having to leave all his friends behind, but that's the military life. So that's the life that we live, and I'm doing the same myself, all my friends. But yeah, so this is going to be my last video from El Paso, and I'll just kind of summarize it. I grew the whole operation here. Before I was 4 years ago, there was no Myers Mushrooms. There was no YouTube channel. There was none of that. And, I came a long way personally and professionally. I feel that, I've really affected the community, and I see that now. I see all these mushroom growers out there with like clone grows, or grows that just say, hey man, I watched your videos and now I'm growing 500 pounds a week, and that, they're far exceeding anything that I've ever done. But, I built them a nice little starting point, and it's really inspiring to me and encouraging to me to continue to do what I do, and to inspire and to encourage others to go out there and try to grind hard on the side and put in the effort and grow some mushrooms and get out in your local community and be a farmer, and that's what everyone wants to be nowadays. A lot of people want to be farmers. That's like the new thing, that get involved with your community, get self-employment, and be a farmer. So I'm glad that I'm part of that movement, and farm to table, all that kind of stuff. It's really growing in the United States, and I think it's only going to continue to grow. I think this industry is in its infancy right now, and I want to ride it to the top. I want to try to help it grow and be better and bigger and just as good as it is in the European market, and in Japan and Korea and all that, where you can get the mushrooms a lot cheaper, but that's because they're producing them smarter. They're producing them more efficiently. So we're trying to get there. That's what I want to try to do, is help the U.S. get there. But yeah, it's kind of bittersweet leaving here. I put a lot of work into this house. I put a lot of work into this grow. It's now an empty. I'm standing what used to be the lab. This is the old lab table right here. So it's just sad that all this work of building up and all that just got torn away, and now it's nothing. But Andre Gutierrez, he took a lot of the operation equipment, and he's growing them out. He has Myers Mushrooms El Paso is how we did it, to where I'll have Myers Mushroom Wichita, and so he'll keep it going. He'll keep it going here in El Paso. It's not like it's shut down and never to be seen again. So that's I'm glad to find him, and I'm glad that he took it and is doing a great job. He's another case of I gave him something, I taught him how to do it, and he's taking it and bringing it to the next level and exceeding what I've ever done, because he has a bigger facility, or better laid out facility, because I built it for him. I built it with him. So and I'm sorry if I'm kind of rambling, but I'm just summarizing my El Paso experience. My whole Myers Mushrooms experience, really, when you think about it. It's from scratch. I built it all from scratch, and now it's huge. It's getting bigger. So I'm really excited to go to Wichita. I think it's a great move. I think it's a great location, centrally located. I'll be able to do more outdoor stuff. I can do the logs and Kingster Ferry outside. So I'm really excited to finally do that. I tried to do that here. 105 degrees does not work with that stuff. And I don't have shade. Whereas I'll have plenty of shade in Wichita. That building that you saw, the 60-foot building, It goes east to west, so the whole north side of it will be perfect. And it even has additional tree line over there, so it'll be perfect for outdoor cultivation. Really excited to get into that because that's something that I haven't been able to do really. So, and possibly even do some foraging. I haven't done any foraging because you really can't. El Paso is a desert, so there's maybe a little bit of mushrooms, but nothing worth foraging. Whereas in Kansas, there's within a couple miles, there's some good foraging area. Might have to travel a little bit north or a little bit east, but yeah, there's definitely some foraging out there. So I'm excited to do that as well, and hopefully I can feature some people who are experienced in that field and share that knowledge. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's the latest and greatest from Myers Mushrooms, and this will be the last video from my house in El Paso. And thank you for watching. Thank you to all my supporters. Thank you to Joanna, my lovely wife, for putting up with the smell of cooking substrate and the hissing of pressure cookers and the grinding of metal while I'm building stuff. I love you, and you're the best. And thank you for all my patrons on patreon.com. You guys are really helping me, experiment, build new equipment, design new stuff, and better the whole industry. So yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Take it easy and keep on mushrooming. Signing out from El Paso.